Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today we're unpacking something that is literally rewiring the landscape of business technology, and that is Agentic AI. Look, if you've been hearing all the buzz around next-generation automation and you're wondering what it actually means for the real world, well, you are in exactly the right place. We are going way beyond your basic chatbots today. We're going to explore intelligent systems that don't just sit around waiting for your commands, but actually think and act entirely for themselves. Okay, let's dive right into this. 40%. According to the data, implementing Agentic AI can unlock a staggering 40% boost in operational efficiency for businesses. And let's be clear, this isn't about making tiny, incremental tweaks to your daily tasks. No way. This is a seismic shift in how workflows are handled. It's about drastically minimizing manual human effort while massively accelerating how fast things actually get done. So here's our roadmap for the Explainer today. We'll start off with the Agentic AI revolution. Then we'll compare traditional versus Agentic AI. From there, we'll break down the different types of AI agents, check out their real-world industry impact, and finally, we'll walk through the proven development process. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the Agentic AI revolution, because we really are moving far beyond basic automation here. I really want you to frame this in your mind, not just as, another new software tool, but as a massive evolutionary leap in tech. We're crossing the bridge from an era where humans have to micromanage machines into an era where the machines manage the mission. So what is it? Agentic AI refers to intelligent systems that autonomously plan, act, learn, and adapt to meet goals across multi-step workflows with minimal human input. Seriously, think about those 4 words for a second. Plan, act, learn, adapt. The big shift here is moving away from rigid basic automation where a machine is literally just blindly following a script to actual autonomous decision-making. You give the system a goal and the AI figures out its own path to achieve it. Moving right along to Section 2, traditional versus agentic AI, or simply put, static versus autonomous. To really appreciate this leap, we kind of have to look at the problem with traditional AI. Don't get me wrong, it's incredibly helpful, but it's reactive. It requires constant prompting and human handholding. And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. Let's look at retail. A traditional AI might reorder stock when an item hits 0, or maybe answer basic FAQs. But an agentic AI, it predicts the demand before the stock even drops and adjusts inventory automatically. In healthcare, the old AI books your appointment. The new agentic AI analyzes complex patient data and actively suggests treatment plans to the doctor. In finance, we go from simply pulling a credit score to dynamically assessing risk and autonomously approving loans. It's basically the difference between an assistant who waits around to be told what to do and an expert manager who just gets it done. So to summarize this core contrast, traditional AI is prompt-dependent and static. Agentic AI is goal-oriented and autonomous. And what you should really take away from this is that the stakes for businesses are completely shifting. We are moving from tools that merely assist us to independent agents that actively act on our behalf. All right, Section 3, types of AI agents. Let's talk about tailored problem solving. You see, the beauty of this technology is that it absolutely isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. There is an incredible arsenal of agents out there tailored for highly specific problem solving. We've got reactive agents for quick rule-based tasks, autonomous agents that execute entire end-to-end tasks without you lifting a finger, self-learning agents, human AI collaborative agents, context-aware agents that actually understand the environment they're in, multi-agent systems, and goal-oriented agents. The versatility here is just wild. But I want to highlight 2 of these in particular, just to show you how adaptable this tech really is. First up, let's look at self-learning agents. These are systems that actively improve their performance over time by analyzing feedback and adapting without needing explicit human reprogramming. So why does this matter? Well, imagine a predictive healthcare monitoring tool that actually gets better at understanding a specific patient's unique vitals the longer it watches them. Or think about a personalized marketing campaign that's constantly shifting its strategy based on how users are reacting in real time. It doesn't just execute, it learns from the outcomes. Next, we have multi-agent systems, or MAS. And wow, this is where things get really futuristic. MAS involves multiple AI agents working together to divide up large problems, share information, and operate entirely without central human control. Think of this like a highly specialized team of experts collaborating. One agent is monitoring the weather, another one is watching port traffic, and a third is handling fleet dispatch. Together, they autonomously optimize an entire global supply chain. Or they manage adaptive traffic lights across a smart city, all talking to each other instantly and adjusting on the fly. Which brings us to Section 4, Real-World Industry Impact. Let's look at some tangible industry applications. It's super easy to get lost in the theoretical tech concepts, right? So let's see what happens when these agents actually hit the ground running. Let's start with logistics and transportation. Picture this. A massive, unexpected storm suddenly shuts down a major interstate. In the past, human dispatchers would be scrambling for hours, frantically trying to reroute trucks, calling drivers, dealing with delayed shipments. But with Agentic AI, the system detects the weather event, calculates optimal new routes using live data, automatically adjusts all the shipping plans, and pings the drivers instantly. All of this happens before a human dispatcher even has time to pour their morning coffee. Now, what's really interesting about this manufacturing example is the sheer level of autonomy. Yes, the AI detects equipment issues early using sensor data, which is great. But then it takes it a step further. It automatically changes production schedules during the delay and guides robots through complex tasks. It doesn't just send a warning flare to a manager saying, hey, a machine is broken. It predicts the issue and then essentially fixes the workflow entirely on its own so that production doesn't grind to a halt. Over in healthcare, the impact is arguably even more profound. Agentic AI goes far beyond just fixing broken machines. It provides contextual insight that directly supports human doctors. By adapting treatments to specific patient needs and automating complex clinical decisions, it drastically reduces doctor burnout. It handles the exhausting heavy lifting of routine admin tasks and data analysis, which allows the doctor to focus entirely on what really matters, the human patient sitting right in front of them. Finally, let's jump into Section 5, the proven development process. Here is your blueprint for AI. So let's pivot and see how this actually builds. We've talked about the what and the why, but how does the business actually get this? The complex engineering of agentic AI is typically condensed into 3 overarching digestible phases. Phase 1 is discovery and design, Phase 2 is development and integration, and Phase 3 is launch and support. Drilling down into Phase 1, the whole journey starts with consultation, deep data collection, and custom AI model design. And the absolutely crucial takeaway here is that you cannot just buy a generic agentic AI off the shelf and expect miracles. You just can't. The AI model must be custom designed and trained around a business's unique, proprietary data and their highly specific operational goals. This is where precise algorithm selection happens, tailored perfectly to your exact workflows. Then we hit Phase 2. This is where that theoretical design actually gets built. It involves model development and rigorous custom training to really enhance the AI's accuracy and contextual reasoning. And crucially, this phase includes seamless system integration. The agentic AI has to be wired directly into your current CRM, your supply chain software, your internal databases. It has to literally live inside your current business operations in order to act on them autonomously. Finally, we reach Phase 3, launch and support. This includes real-world testing, validation, and, of course, the official launch. But the most critical piece of this phase is the ongoing monitoring for continuous learning. Remember, agentic AI is absolutely not a set-it-and-forget-it tool. Because these are self-learning, adaptable systems, they require continuous monitoring, retraining, and real-time feedback to maintain peak performance and to keep evolving alongside your business. And all of that brings us to the ultimate question for you today. Are you ready for next-gen automation? We've explored how agentic AI represents just a massive evolutionary leap, from reactive, static tools to proactive, goal-oriented partners that can boost your efficiency by 40%. The technology is already here, the use cases are proven in the real world, and the roadmap to build it is crystal clear. The only question left is whether your business will be leading the charge or frantically trying to catch up. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and as always, keep learning.